Hi guys, so today we are at baby step number 3, Dave Ramsey's baby step number 3 with a GW life twist. And the reason why I'm doing this is I'm breaking down all of Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps into a more manageable uh, soundbite that people beginning to want to take control of their finances could probably understand a little bit better. Okay, because a lot of times we see that a lot of these professionals and all these experts tell us, oh, you need to do this or you need to do that. And as somebody that's just beginning, those things can seem, you know, extremely difficult. Um, it seems hard, right? So what I want to do is kind of break this down and give people some options and ways to think of things. And in baby step number 3, it says to save 3 to 6 months of expenses in a fully funded emergency fund. Now, 3 to 6 months of expenses could be an extreme hurdle that you may not think you can do, right? So that's why I put on here number 1. It depends, and it's going to depend on your age. It's going to depend on your situation. If you're younger, you know, you may not need 3 to 6 months because it's kind of like how our bodies are. If you're younger, you could bounce back from a injury a lot faster than someone, say, like me, who's 44. A 24-year-old can bounce back twice as fast, right? So the 24-year-old may not need as near as much of a fully funded emergency fund as I would. I like to be in the 6 month area of expenses. I would actually prefer, because I am self-employed, I would prefer to have about a year of expenses as an emergency fund, just in case something happens. But, if you're young, if you are living at home with your parents, why would you need 3 to 6 months of expenses in an emergency fund, right? If your expenses are very, very low, um, you may only need two. You may only need one. But, if you want to do three, I say break it down. Just like I said in the last video, break it down to days, weeks, heck, even hours, right? As you're saving, you're trying to break it down instead of looking at that 3 month block of expenses. Break it down to, okay, I need to save 2 days of expenses. I need to save 3 days of expenses. And that way, you can get that ball rolling instead of looking at this big ball that says I need 3 months of expenses and thinking, man, that's just too much. I'll never get there. So, once you start doing that, you'll start seeing it build up little by little. This money, unlike the $1,000 in a emergency fund, an immediate emergency fund, this can actually be invested if you choose. Now, for the 3 to 6 months of expenses, you can choose to be into a bond fund, an index bond fund, something that is not going to be fluctuating very much. You probably don't want this in the market, because you don't want to be selling out when the prices drop, if they drop, and losing money, right? You want something extremely stable. So high yield savings account again fits here. But if you wanted to get a little higher interest rate, something like this, let me click on over. something like this can work. This is an ETF called NEAR, NEAR. There's also another one that is similar called MINT, MINT. And what these are short maturity bonds. They are corporate bonds, so they're a little more risky than treasuries, but they're short maturity, so they're not you're not exposed. They're not buying holdings that's going to expose you to long-term risk. And if you look at this chart looks a little crazy right here, but just keep in mind this is the 52-week high was $50.36, and the 52-week low is $49.86. So this right here, this drop only represents about 20 cents. It's not really that dramatic as it looks. It's really quite, if you go back to 2013, it was $50, and it's kind of just, it kind of stays in that $50 range throughout the whole lifetime, at least the past 5-6 years. And it pays a 2.69% yield, which is better than the savings account, and it pays you monthly, so it can compound as well. So if you look at the dividend history, it actually it pays you more and more as the time goes on. That's going to depend on interest rates and things of that nature, but that is baby step number 3. If you found this helpful, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. If you want to learn more, please let me know down below what it is I can help you with, and I will try to make a video to help you along. So that's all I have. Dave Ramseys, baby step number 3 with a beginner's twist. Hope you enjoy. Thank you, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.